The youth is an important theme for this year's National Encuentro. Here to talk more about that is the director of the Diaconate Formation program for the Diocese of Brooklyn and co-chair of Region 2, Deacon Jorge Gonzalez, and Mari Fernandez. She's lay representative for the Cursillos movement. Thank you both for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Let's get right to it. There is a focus on vocations for the Encuentro. This you know, specifically the youth vocations. How important is it, Deacon, for the youth to be involved in this church?
It is extremely important because of the fact that this is their time to really take ownership and leadership within the Catholic community. And not only the Hispanic community, but all communities that form the Catholic Church. So we really need to have them involved and also to respond to their personal call to service, either as priests or religious.
Mari, I want your perspective on that as well, because again, we want to make sure that the importance of our youth being involved, getting them off the iPads and the phones and involved in their communities is something that we discuss constantly. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, that's very important because nowadays, that's all they care about, and we have to focus a little bit more on putting that aside and try to teach them a little bit more, like what the faith is so important in their lives and, why God is so important for
But what are your hopes for the youth vocations? And not only what are your hopes, how do they use this technology to bring forth the message of evangelization that you want the kids to talk about, Mari?
It's more like a teaching for us to help them try to teach them how to use the internet nowadays, and we are all involved in that. So we have to kind of explain to them, especially the little ones. They're growing up. I have 5 grandchildren, so it's important to teach them how to use it.
That communication that you have to keep in. This question is for you. Hispanics traditionally have a lot of deacons in the Catholic Church, but not as many priests. Why is that?
I don't have an answer for it because the vocations to priesthood and the diaconate are 2 distinct vocations. But I do believe that for us deacons, being able to serve both worlds, if you please, the church in itself, but also to be in the trenches where people live their daily lives and we've been able to bring the gospel, that becomes very appealing to us to respond to this call. Now, in our families, we really have to do a lot of work and to promote these vocations among the youngsters. I myself, I'm a grandfather of 6, so it's my hope and prayer that from them, maybe one of them will respond to the call to priesthood. Not much as the diaconate, believe it or not, but the priesthood, because we really need priests, Hispanic priests, helping, in the communities.
I want to bring our conversation full circle in the time that we have left. The Encuentro, of course, is to strengthen the Hispanic community, but I don't want to lose sight on the fact that this is part of the entire Catholic Church. How do we, the Brooklyn Diocese, help attract the youth, help build the message of the Encuentro? What can we do? Mari, I want to start with you really quickly.
By example. You have to be an example for them. You have to be, you have to show them that you are one authentic person. You cannot be different person in your job, in your house, in church. You have to be one person. And they see that. They see that.
That's perfect. Deacon?
Also, we have to open up spaces for them to get together, to experience their faith, and also allow them to use their creative ways of attracting other youth into the fold.
Deacon and Mari, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. This was a very important topic, so I appreciate your perspective on it. We'll have you back after the Encuentro to talk about it a little bit more.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.